Hey boys and girls, Rick with Stumpt, and I'm here today playing The Flame in the Flood. And those of you guys who have been around with us for a while might remember I played this game back in July, before it came out in early access. But today, starting today, you could pick up the full release of The Flame in the Flood. And so we're going to go ahead and take a look at what the full release has to offer today. Before, when I played in the early access, we had this endless game, which meant that you just go down the river and you just stay alive as long as you can. Just stay alive until you die, basically. With this new campaign, there's actually a story and there are objectives to this game now. You play as Traveler or Survivalist. Survivalist is recommended for experienced players. I wouldn't say I'm experienced just yet. We're going to go Traveler. And we're going to get started. Introduce ourselves to this dog, this scruffy little dog. His name is Aesop. He's going to be our best bud during our playthrough of this game. And he's dragging this backpack right here to our protagonist. Her name's Scout. Now, Aesop and Scout, they're all alone in this wilderness. They got no friends, no one to talk to but each other. But they're going to get to the bottom of this mystery. Where did everybody go? What has happened at this place? All right. We've got a radio signal. Somebody's on the other end of that radio. We couldn't quite make it out. Radio signal is our new goal. So let's go ahead and pop open our inventory here. There you go. The radio signal, the radio's still working. You just need to get closer to the source. Maybe find high ground to hear the message clearly. And let's go ahead and take a look at our menu here. We've got our afflictions. We're healthy now. Nothing to see there. Here's our inventory. Well, our crafting first off. 69 different schematics that we can craft. We know 2. We know campfire and stone knife right now. Here's our inventory. And here is our outfitter. So right now we've got our light boots, our cotton pants, and our light jacket on. We'll be able to upgrade those a little bit later. And what we're going to do is we're going to go from place to place on our raft. Examine. Camp Pinewood, a fine home for a spell, but it's time to move on and see where this dog came from. Maybe there's someone else out there. All right, so it looks like Scout just met Aesop. She wants to figure out where Aesop came from. We want to figure out where that radio signal is coming from. Right here, this is our wolf info board. It's going to tell us that wolves are bad news, guys. These are going to be the big baddies of the game. We can press X to scare them off, but that's only going to do so much. Basically, until we get big and bad, we're just going to run. We're going to see wolves. We're going to run, all right? This right here is going to tell us all about water. It's going to tell us that you can collect water, but polluted water is bad news. You can drink the polluted water, but at your own risk. You're better off collecting water and either purifying it or collecting clean water, all right? And of course, this is the quick use menu. That's just telling us that we can hit left trigger and pop open our quick menu, all right? So with that being said, we're gonna collect what's left here. We're gonna check out this mailbox because this is our quest center. We're gonna get our first task, which is basic tools. And basic tools task is going to be crafting a stone knife and a stone hammer. So in addition to the radio signal, we're going to want to build a stone hammer and a stone knife. And that's all that Camp Pinewood has to offer. We're ready to hit the water. Come on, Aesop. And it is really crummy out right now. Hopefully the sun comes out soon. So we're going to spend a good amount of our time on the river like this. On the river, on our little boat, on our little raft. And you can steer the raft just using the left analog stick. And you can press X to give it a little extra thrust. And you can see that meter right over Scout's head there at the bottom. When it's blue, it means that our thrust is full. And as we use it, it drains it. Once it's red, it means that we are all out of thrust. And we need to wait for it to recharge again. So once it's recharged, there we go. We can thrust again. And we want to avoid everything, not only because that's just good practice when you're rafting down a river, but because the raft can take damage. And the more damage it takes, the more likely it is to capsize. And when it does capsize, that's bad news, all right? We don't want it to capsize. We can repair it, and we can upgrade it. But right now, we just want to make sure that it stays in one piece. And we are now entering Catfish Hollow. Deep country, farms, camps, and lots of wilderness. This is the first of 10 regions that we're going to come across. And as we get into different regions, you'll see that an icon or icons will begin to pop up on the screen. Let's see if we can find some here. There we go. You can see them starting to fade in from the distance. Looks like about 220 meters down, we've got a couple different places to dock. So we're going to have to pick which one we want to dock at. I'm going to say let's dock at this guy right here because it looks like it's kind of got a shop or something. What do we got here? This is Rustwater Station, provides gas and raft upgrades and raft repairs. Okay, so right off the bat, we get to this place that has a marina, and let's see what happens if we use the marina. Oh, cool, we can repair the boat here, all right? And we can actually upgrade the boat as well. So we can add rudders, we can add motors, a sturdier frame. We can add stoves so we can actually cook on our raft. We can have shelters on our raft, which is going to be very, very helpful later on in the game. Upgrade our raft storage, and we can purify water on the raft. All of these things are going to be so great to have, but I can't do any of that stuff right now because I don't even have what we need to get any of these upgrades going just yet. So, well, that's good to know. That's good to find one of these places right off the bat so that we know what to look forward to. Oh, you know what? I might actually be able to make it over here. Let's go, Scout. See if you can push over there. No, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. And these maps are randomly generated, which means that when you guys play through, you're not going to get that marina right off the bat. You're going to get a completely different map. You're going to get completely different regions. Every time you play this game, it's going to be different, which is very cool and really helps add to the replayability of it. I'm not going to be able to make it there. It is very hard to get to certain areas sometimes. You need to make sure that you take the right paths to get there, and you're going to miss a lot of places. You guys are going to think, why aren't you stopping at these places that are popping up on the map? And the truth is, I simply cannot get to them. And coming up right here, you see that? You see that right there on that island? That's a shopping cart. You'll come across those as you're floating down the river, and you'll be able to loot them and get some cool stuff. I just got a jar, which we'll need to fill up with water in order to keep ourselves hydrated. We're just cruising down a little bit farther here. Still haven't found a new place to dock yet. Okay, we've got a few places coming up here. We've got some places on our right coming up. Looks like we've got a church. We've got a farm over there. I kind of want to go to the farm, all right? I'm going to bypass those places to the bottom right. We're going to go to the farm up here. I just feel like a farm would be more likely to have some stuff that we're really going to want. So I want to go there. There we go. Cool. This is Chupei's house, a source of wild food and clean water. That sounds promising. Hopefully when they say wild food, they don't mean wolves, though. All right? I don't want that kind of wild food. Oh, there's corn. There's tons of corn. Corn's going to be great for us. We can make, like, corn cakes out of them. Really eat. Oh, God, there is a wolf. Oh, God, sleep. Oh, my God. Oh. It figures that, like, the first place we stop is going to have wolves. All right, let's cheese it. Come on. You can actually hear them howling in the distance. Oh, God, there he is. All right, let's get out of here. We're not going to stick around and find out what this place has because get back. We can kind of scare them off a little bit with our stick, but that's only going to keep them at bay for so long. Oh, brother. That place may have had some good stuff, but we will never know now because I'm not going to play with wolves. We're just going to skip right over to the Crimson Ravine, which is light on supplies, but maybe it's better than nothing. If this place has wolves too, I'm going to be very upset. It does have a shelter. Ooh, and a stitching kit. All right, that's good. It's got some rags. Oh, it said light on supplies, but you know, it's actually got quite a bit. Quite a bit of supplies. Oh, cool, and a mailbox too. So here we got a task. Grub snacker. Ooh, what is that? What is grub snacker? Let's find out what... Eat 10 grubs. The wilderness is no place for picky eaters. Get your protein from Mother Nature's candy. Grubs are Mother Nature's candy. That's really good to know. All right, guys? If you're ever in a pinch and you got a sweet tooth, just pop a few grubs and you should be good. And what do we have here? Another stitching kit. It said it was light on supplies. It was lying. Oh, okay, and here's a boar. All right? Okay, boars are mean. Boars are mean. We'll want to avoid these guys. Get away from me! He will break my leg. This boar will break my leg. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't want any trouble with you. Okay. Looks like we got away. Come on, Aesop. Leave the boar alone. Well, it didn't have wolves, but it did have boars, which are the next worst thing. At least we got all those stitching kits and stuff beforehand, though. That stop actually paid off. And it looks like there's a storm rolling in. Storms are bad news, too, because they will get us all wet and soggy. And there we go. We are afflicted with wet, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it can get us sick, so we don't want to be wet all the time. We can get ourselves dry. Oh, and we're ill-equipped, too. We can get ourselves dry by finding shelter or building a fire, but building a fire in the rain isn't going to work so well. The rain will snuff out the fire. So what we want to do is try to find a place to dock and get dry for the evening. If we can. Come on. Okay. Looks like the sun's coming out. Oh, good. The rain's stopping. And eventually we will dry out on our own, but it will just take a little bit of time. It looks like there's another marina coming up there. We don't need to stop there because we can't upgrade anything yet. We're going to just keep on rolling down. It looks like there's a fishing village down here. Yeah, let's go to that fishing village. Wait, actually, no, let's go to the camp. Let's go to the camp first because there's a fire. And that is a good sign. Luke's lucky location often has flint, always has a lit fire. This is good news because we need flint. We still have to make our knife and our hammer. We're going to at least get that done before the end of this episode, so we can check that off of the to-do list. Ill-equipped, cured. Fantastic. We've got rags and a moldy lump. And we can actually check this door. This should give us the option to loot or to sleep. So I don't need to sleep just yet, but we are going to loot. We're going to take that fishing line and the old lumber. But our inventory's full, so I'm going to go ahead and shift some stuff around. Here we go. Aesop, you're going to help lighten my load by carrying some of this stuff for me. All right. And you'll carry some of this too. There we go. All right. Looks like we've got some saplings over here and some mulberries. The saplings are going to be great. We're going to be able to make snares with these and catch some rabbits and whatnot. Once I find some rabbits and whatnot. Okay, it said that there was some flint, but I haven't found flint yet. Where are you, Flint? Okay, here's a bus. Ooh, aloe. Yeah, let's take that. There we go. Here's our flint. Anything else? That's probably it. Well, we have one flint, which should be enough to make one of the things that we need. Ooh, we can make an insulated jacket now? Oh, that is very cool. So we can make an insulated jacket by upgrading our light jacket, and we've got the stitching kit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I need to clear out space in my inventory first, though. Let's see. All right, we're going to make a trip to the raft real quick so I can put some stuff on the raft, and then we'll come back and we'll make that insulated jacket. That should help us stay warm. Stay quite a bit warm. So by going to the raft, you can see that you can actually load a bunch of stuff into the raft, which is what I'm going to do right now. Just all of this sweet, sweet stuff into the raft here. We're going to put this into the raft. Moldy lump, you're going in the raft. And I'll keep the, oh, I'll put this in the raft as well. There we go. We'll keep this stuff on us just in case we need it. And we're going to make our insulated coat now. There we go. And we can make insulated boots as well. There we go. That's going to keep us quite a bit warmer. And of course, we want to make our knife as well, don't we? Stone knife. Oh, we need braided cord, which means that we need... Wow, we need cattail. That stuff's usually everywhere. Wait, is this cattail? No, that's a feather. I see the mulberries. I do, Aesop. I see them, buddy. I'm going to take the sapling because I think I've got stacks of that. Okay, I should be able to sit by the fire and get dry. I'm going to do that real quick. There we go. Wet cured. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that ticking sound is. I think that may be a bug. Hopefully it will stop. Okay, it doesn't seem to be stopping. All right, we're gonna pause. We're gonna quit and come back. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right, after a quick restart, the ticking sound has gone away, which is good. All right, we're getting in some rapids here. It's getting a little bit rough. Okay, there we go. That was just a little bit. Oh no! Oh god. Okay, there we go. So that's what happens when you hit a rock. All right. It's not the best thing for your boat, but she is a bit durable. You can see the durability meter below the picture of Scout, so it's not the worst thing in the world for it to take a little bump, but of course we don't want to do that all of the time. And we do have a camp coming up here. It does have a fire. So let's go ahead and hop off here. We'll look at Fulbright, which often has flint and always has a lip fire. Hopefully it has some cattail too, so we can make some corded rope. Ooh, it has bunnies. I can hear the bunnies. I can show you guys how we catch bunnies. Oh god, it has wolves too. Oh god. Fucking wolves, man. Come on, let's go. Cheese it. All right, we were gonna check out this area, but there's wolves here and we don't like the wolves. Oh, the wolves are not our friends. Okay, guys, that's actually where I'm gonna call an end to this playthrough, our first look at the Flame in the Flood, guys. There's gonna be more of this on the channel, so keep your eyes peeled. I'm gonna have it every other day, all right? So you're gonna get it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. From here on out, we've got a lot left to do. We've gotta, well, obviously get fed Scout and Aesop. We've gotta track down the radio signal, and there's just a ton more to unlock in this game, guys. Upgrade the raft and whatnot. I hope you guys are digging it. If you guys are, be sure to give this a like, favorite, and a subscribe. Give me your guys' feedback in the comments if you would. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this game, and come back next time. I'll see you guys then.